Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Blade Warband here outside Hadrian's Wall, where we are doing pretty well for ourselves. We have a lot of the north of England and Scotland covered, although Norway and Denmark are making a couple of incursions here and there, but nothing too bad at the moment. I think probably we're going to want to go after Gwynedd next, the Kingdom of Wales down here in the dark green. But it's going to be easier said than done, purely because they're quite a big faction. They're not as close to us as I might like. I'd like to continue pushing against Northumbria, but we took the peace there because I felt like we were going to have some issues kind of against having lots of people attacking us. So I don't know really what our best option is. Maybe we could go to war against the Moonmain and try retake Balbeti Dunbeti, but I don't know if that's really worth doing just for the sake of one castle and one fort. We can grab that back at a later stage. I'm not going to focus on Ireland for the time being, because if I can hold most of mainland Britain, I would take that as a success. I think that's kind of the plan, anyway. But we'll have to see. How that goes, I'm not sure. But we'll see. In the meantime, let's have a quick look at the rest of the map. We still do own Colchester, I presume it's Colchester, and Winchester down here. But we've got a lot of things to do yet before we're actually going to be able to kind of come down into Cornwall, southern England and kind of East Anglia to be able to push through there. I don't think it's going to be possible for the time being to make any good incursions there. So I think we're going to have to start off up north. I don't want to actively break an alliance there, but we'll go have a bit of a scout of Wales, I think, for the time being. How are we doing in terms of our morale and our party in general? Pretty okay. We are still making a good amount of money per turn, so we can be not reckless with our mercenaries, but we can afford to pick up a few more mercenaries than we might otherwise do, and that is useful. That buys us a bit of flexibility. As we're passing by Edoras, I will just get a feast and give a... also get ourselves some time with our lovely lady friends, because that will just allow us to have a little bit more morale going forward. There's Hula or Gula, 15 morale, thank you. We've got the money to spend on it. I think it is worth it, especially as we don't have our followers camp, as we're only running 200 people at the moment. So let's go down to Wales. We are still at war with a couple of minor factions, but not so much that I think they're going to cause us any major issues. We do actually have a lord here. Actually, let's head into Bebbanburg, see if we can sell any of our prisoners. We may or may not be able to. There may not be a prison broker here. There's a happy widow here. There's a veteran here. How much for these veterans? 11 for 5,200? I'll take them. Veterans are pretty decent soldiers. But maybe we can head to Jorvik and sell our prisoners there instead. We do have a lot of... that's interesting. We do have a lot of lords now with us, which is useful. So we can probably do that. We can probably use that large amount of lords in our favour to try and take on Wales, but we'll have to see. If we do take Wales, they'll be a little bit out of position, but I think we'll be able to manage it without too many issues. There's Don Chad. I don't want Don Chad to die, because then he'll get angry with me. Where's he gone? Okay, he probably doesn't need our help, but we're going to help him anyway, as that might give us a bit of relation with him. We do, I think, actually need relation with him. I think also we need a faster horse as well. So our horse is rather slow. I think it might be a crippled horse from kind of a previous stream. Okay, let's charge in. I mean, there's only, what, 6 of them. It's not going to be, possibly 9 of them. It's not going to be too bad to deal with. Okay, let's blow a horn. Although having such a slow horse isn't that useful, it must be said. Deal with you. This is also good for getting some personal experience. Let's go to these guys as well. Oh, I didn't mean to blow my horn. That's alright. Hello, Whiskers. How are you doing today? You're running. You're not getting away from me. Maybe you are if I can't hit you. There we go. Is that all of them? No, there's still this chap here. Can I do some cool horse archery or cool horse javelining? Apparently not. Oh, there we go. We did have to be right next to him. I may as well have just used my sword. But that's okay. Is Don Chad going to like us a bit more? He is. Only +1 relation, but it's worth taking. I'll certainly take the young warriors. I'll leave the rest for Don Chad. That's fine. But I will upgrade whoever I can. Excellent. You're doing good. One of your earrings fell out in my sleep, so now I've got this ring. I'm doing okay, thank you. I'm going to leave all the loot from Ben, just give them some more morale. I'm doing okay, thank you. Work week for me is just finished, which is nice. So now I can kind of crack on with playing video games. And just generally doing some random things. Let's have a look here at Tomton. How well... Ooh, 600. Let's have a quick look at the Kingdom of Gwyneth. They have roughly 9,000 men, but that's quite an old report. I think they would actually have less now because they've only got like 5 or 6 vassals, but they hold a lot of land. Is there somewhere somewhere better we can gain a foothold in Gwyneth in? Maybe Ken McGrath here? McGrath? 743. These are going to... This is definitely going to be a tough nut to crack. Let's try Enismon as well. Hello, you are friendly, that's good. Let's also have a look at the ancient stones here. I can't remember if there's anything that we need to be aware of here. These guys look relatively friendly, but now we're pagan. There might be some more options, because I don't think there was last time. Peasant woman, young warrior, farmer. These guys are all stationary, which means it's not them. There should be, I think, an actual pagan druid somewhere. Probably in the stone circle. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Okay, let's go. Why this horse is incredibly slow. But this is presumably Welsh paganism, but I might be wrong. Yes, it's these two over here, the slave and the druid, priest, gothy, druid. Hi there, prisoner. Do you like sacrifices? Would you like to see these bastards kill a Saxon and get lost? Farewell. Hello, Mr. Druid. Welcome, my lord. I'm a priest. Oh, gods, do you know them? Certainly not. Men are forgetting them. Now they worship Christ. What on earth is going on there? There were other gods in this land before the arrival of the Christians. I've read and heard the stories of our elders. I've restored their worship here. Tell me about your gods. Our gods come largely from 2 families, the children of Dawn and the children of Leir. Dawn was the goddess of the sky and Leir was the god of the sea. Dawn is known as the god mother or the big mother. Among her children were the god Gwydion and the goddess Arianrod. Gwydion was a god druid, a master of illusion and fantasy, and he was a friend and helper of mankind and a constant fighter against the powers of the underworld of the realm of Anwin. Oh, we can make a sacrifice. I can sell you prisoners, that's cool. I want to make a sacrifice. I'll give you 4,000 pennies for the court expenses of the ceremony. Yes, bring the money. Well, let me think. So far, I haven't actually had to do anything serious. I used to slay these wretched beggars and enjoy their screams. The druid summons his followers and they surround you. They begin to chant a language you don't understand. The druid swings from side to side with a cruel smile and a huge knife in his hands. You open your eyes, but nothing happens. The gods do not accept the sacrifice. The pronounces your name and opens the threat of a prisoner tied to the post of the ritual knife. What did that achieve? Anything else I can do? Tell me more about your gods. Well, first I can sell you all the prisoners, that's good. Do you have any pretty virgins? Oh, Jesus. I suppose for sacrificial purposes, anyway. I will pay you for silver according to the prisoner quality. Here's 98 things. I will tell you one thing. We are not here by chance. We are now near the ancient kingdom of Diffed, a territory connected with Anwin, the underworld. Here we are close to all the goddesses, because this is now the time of their fall. The gods of Anwin are the most powerful. I'm a follower of Bran, god of the underworld, whose eminence is most often associated with the underworld. And he is also the patron of bards, minstrels, and musicians. You should pray to him. Interesting. I want to... Here, have some money. I want to convert to the old gods, but you're not allowing me to. Never mind. There might be more we could do there, but it's good to kind of learn more about kind of the ancient British or ancient Britain things. Hi there. You have a lot of men. My word. If I want to go to Anisimon, I'm going to need to go across the ferry station. But probably not when I've got a hostile troop there. Let's go in. The ferry station. Yeah, okay. The ferry station can't take all of us. That's fine. If I tell the... No. Okay. They can't take us across, but we would need boats. That's fine. How long till we are back at liberty to attack the Kingdom of Northumbria? Only 20 days. And we could take out Jorvik, Wixken. We could Preppenham. We could basically just clear up the rest of Northumbria, which may not be the worst thing to do. And that would give us a kind of a better opportunity to go after Northumbria, or after Gwynedd, sorry. Alternatively, we could try to take out the Kingdom of Laithland, take out those kind of small islands. That might work a bit better. Where's our ships? I'm presuming in Dunbreton. And that, I mean, that is our kind of capital area. So we'll go there, see... Maybe we'll go after Laithland, see if we can take out those two minor castles kind of on the islands while we're waiting for... Basically while we're waiting for the truce with the Northumbrians to end. I think that might be the best option. Hello, Elfgar. How are you today? 2 men come to you. Your men say they're ready to kill each other. One of them has cut some old oaks that were blocking the traffic, but they're actually within the borders of the estate of the other. These trees made the passage of my cart difficult, exclaims the first one. We are only talking about trees. I do not understand this issue. These trees were on my land, planted by my father, recently deceased. The man who cut the trees must give money to the other and use punishment. Trees hindered the way, they had to be cut. The man who cut the trees must pay compensation. People think the measure is fair to both. So do I. I'm glad Dunbreton is happy. Speaking of Dunbreton, let's just go have a quick look-see around, see how things are doing here. Frank Horseman, you're going to be expensive as all anything. 10 grand. But you're very strong. Tell you what, let's hire 10. Let's hire 10. See how we do. I doubt they'll live very long, but we'll give it a go. Asgard, Egbert. Egbert is a lord. Sure, welcome you aboard. You can... we'll give you some land momentarily. I want you to sing a poem for Asgard. And can you sing for me and my men? As one morale. Nothing here that I need to do with Brunhild. Asgard... I've had another child. That gives us 26 morale. That's actually very useful. We have 1 boy and we have 1 girl, but we actually never kind of see them. Egbert is here. He doesn't like that I fled from someone. We're going to need to give him some land soon, I think. Because he doesn't really like us. He is Christian, that's okay. We can give him money. How much does that improve his morale? Okay, that gives us 0. That gives us plus 5. So that's a lot of money to give for only 5 relation, but it might be worth it in the long run. I am going to call the banners, and I'm going to... let me just check that we have our ships here. Sail from port. Oh, we don't have room for 32 of our men. Well, we can drop 32 of our men off. That's not a problem. Manage the garrison. Let's drop off kind of all these guys who aren't particularly needed. Kind of the rather boring troops. The farmers, the fishermen, the sailors, the tinkers, the tailors, the soldiers, the sailors. That's actually quite hard to say. Young warriors will drop off. The Norse bowmen will drop off. All these other guys are pretty good. We can drop off some of the Norse companions. I want to keep the Frank horsemen because they're pretty good. But I will change them to cavalry as opposed to horse archers. I think that's a better idea. Let's have a look at our ships now. We probably need to repair our ships. No, we don't need to repair our ships. Good. Can we sail from port now? Yes, we do. We can now do that. Good. Before we do that, we're going to call the banners. And we're going to go after the Kingdom of Laithland, our old employers. So for now, let's just wait here. I don't know how many people are actually going to end up accompanying us, but I'm hoping at least 1,000 would be good. Ethelmod's here, which is excellent. Ethelmod loves us. He is, I would say, our most devoted vassal, and that's why we have given him... He's the only one to kind of have a major town. That reminds me, actually, let's speak to Ethelmod quickly, because I would like to recruit men in his lands. Not that I really need permission to do so, but I'm going to grab it anyway. Anyone else joining us? Whoever you are. Ricartus Mapdunya, I don't know who your name is. And, oh, I know Ada, that's fine. Any other people joining? There's Herfsit Ealdred, who'd be quite good to kill quickly. Actually, could we get to him before he... Let's see if we can get to him before he runs back home. Brunhild, I want to declare war against the Kingdom of Laithland. We lose some reputation. Some people won't like us very much, understandably. But this is going to get us some land. Kingdom of Britain has declared war against the Kingdom of Laithland. Blacksmith have stopped manufacturing ploughs to forge swords and spears. War has been declared. Can we catch Eldred before he goes? Yes, we can. Excellent. Yeah, he thinks I'm a traitor, understandably. So, time for you to die. And we have 1,500 men with us, which is good. Speech, bad speech. We could do skirmish. No. Let's charge the enemy. How are we doing in terms of... Okay, we have pretty much double the numbers, so we're going to have to charge them, that's for sure. These are the Frank horsemen. They look pretty decent, but I can't imagine their horses will survive very long. We'll have to see. Let's make sure the music is turned up, as I always like having music in the background. Okay, let's carry on. Let's get everyone up on this hill if we can, and then we'll charge from there. I don't want to waste this Frankish cavalry because they're pretty strong, but their horses, however, are not. But they do cost a great deal of money, so I certainly don't want to waste that, that's for sure. There's Elfgar. Let's keep on pushing. We're going to have to push them. They're not going to charge us when we are outnumbering them by such a vast amount. Infantry here, spearmen here, archers, skirmishers here, and cavalry can hold that hill over there. We actually have a fairly decent cavalry contingent now, which we didn't before. Horse archers can also go up there. I probably would like to make sure that horse archers and cavalry are kind of joined together, but quite a few of them are mine. But Frank horsemen... Okay, we need to get the Angle horsemen into our kind of land, and into the same group, I think. They're still quite far away. I don't know if we're going to have the range to hit them just yet. Seems not, so let's keep pushing up to this hill. He's starting a shield taunt. We will respond with a horn attack. Or a horn blast, hopefully to counter his morale benefits with our morale benefits. Let's hold this position on the hill here. I know we do have a very large quantity of troops, much more than he has, but we might be enduring on a very long campaign here soon. Not necessarily against Laithland, but against some other people that might come after us. So in that regard, I want to be a little bit careful with how many troops we have. Also, I should have more kids with my wife, because every time I have a kid, I gain like 30 morale, which is pretty damn useful. Infantry, come forward. Spearmen, come forward. So you're at the front, because you're going to be tanking for the most part. at the front of the fight. We'll blow our horn again. Looks like they're coming in. Kind of. Okay, yeah, they're definitely coming in now. We will charge. Go, go, go. I'm actually going to get off this lame pony and try to get on this other lame pony. God damn it. I was hoping it might be a faster horse. Never mind. I don't think that javelin was intended for me, but that's kind of what it looked like. As did that one. That is because I'm kind of going in and amongst their archer line. I don't expect this horse to live. He says as it falls to the ground and dies, but that's okay. They've lost a quarter of their troops, that's good. They've also lost their leader. We are now fighting on foot. We will pick up a new horse as soon as we can. That's a lot of new enemy combatants have just joined in. That could be interesting. Oh, I'd love to go for that bannerman, that's for sure. Because obviously bannermen are pretty... we're out of position here. Bannermen are good in terms of the morale for the enemy. Okay, we're going to have a couple bit of morale issues just because I've fallen. Another lead, I'm guessing possibly Elfgar has fallen as well. But we do have many more troops than they do. We should have no problem clearing this up as soon as we deal with this kind of few bits of infantry and cavalry right here. Once we deal with them, I can't imagine we'll have too many other issues. I was intending to slightly wait to attack, but I thought, well, there's a lord here. I'd rather not face him inside a castle. So I thought this might be the better way of doing things. And we have about 1,500 troops, and we may well get a few more lords to help us, and then we can go after the Kingdom of Laithland. Taking out another minor faction nearby and securing up the north of Scotland, I think would not be a bad thing to do as well. And it will get us 2 more bits of castle and land. That also increases the taxes that we get as a king, and it means that we can give some land to a new lord who just defected to us. I don't mind giving forts and castles to them because I'm never going to be able to hold. I'm never going to be able to hold and kind of keep management of all the castles, and not even all the towns. But I am giving towns only to vassals who I consider to be very loyal. So that's why I've given it the only major town so far which isn't in my hands, which is Squin. I've given that to Lord Ethelmod, who is very, very loyal indeed. Okay, we lost one of Frank Horseman, it's unfortunate, but so be it. We will take Herse Eldred prisoner, and we will also take anyone else that we can as well. Wonderful. There's a lot of prisoners. Excellent. We can actually have up to nearly 450 troops, but actually trying to have enough ships for that is going to be a problem. What we will probably do when we're in relative peace, we will sell some of our old ships, and we will go for... Ooh, epic trophy, that's good. And we will try buy some much bigger ships. So kind of ones that can hold 80 men, so we can go with a much larger party of boats. I think that is an important thing to do, but we will do that after we've concluded this war, I think. In the meantime, let's make sure we sold everything that we can. And we'll pick up a bunch of food as well, because we are likely to be on campaign for quite some time. So any food which isn't going to go off, we will grab. There we go. And we'll just see here if there's anyone worthwhile speaking to. There's a wandering bard, but we don't really need to speak to him. No one else. We'll grab 9 more British freedmen, and we will wait for a little bit longer, see if any other lords join us. We now actually have quite an extensive empire. We kind of need to wait for a little bit more. For example, here we've got Thorsten Olafsson, excellent. I think we probably have enough to go, so we're going to set sail, and we're making 12,000 a week. This is going really well. Let us sail from port. Are you going to come with us? Cuthred doesn't want to come with us, it seems. Right, where are we going to go to first? Let's go for the Bjarnori, because that was our old area. Let's go take it back. Let's make sure that everyone's still caught up with us, because we don't want everyone to get full Don't fall behind. This is cool. Look at this. So many boats. You don't normally get this many. You are not going to come with us. That's fine. You're quite a... We don't really need you. You're very low. You have not many men to join in with this kind of campaign, so I don't really mind. Particularly if you're not going to join us for the actual fight. But we have about 1,000 troops. But these will be a bit of a tough nut to crack, I think. But once we do take it, we'll be in a better position. Let's make sure everyone's caught up. We will, or try and land if I can. There we go. 5 lords to disembark with you. That's fine. I think that's all the lords that were nearby. Let's go take beyond Norway. We should have enough troops to do so. 387 and there's no one home. Excellent. Let's just make sure everyone catches up. And into Bjarnori we go. We're going to besiege the fort. We do believe people aren't too fond of us. Would you surrender? You will. Okay, you're going to leave the fort. But then we're going to have to go and take the other fort. And that's going to be a lot harder. Because they're all going to be waiting there for me. That is indeed a lot of boats, Whiskers. Who does not... I mean, some people we just need to improve relations with. We might just need to do that with money. Egbert does not have any land, so we're going to give Egbert here. He can hold this just land in general, that's fine. Some people will not like that, but that's okay. It's poor and neglected, but it is also a bastion of our faith. And we can just let Egbert hold this in general, that's fine. So now we'll head over to the Orkney Islands. I think that will be much more of a tough nut to crack, however. In the meantime, let's actually just stop our old village, see how it's doing. And the Kings of Laithland are one of our previous contenders for the kind of Scottish area, has been eliminated. Excellent. Here's 500 pennies. I used to be your lord, but sure. I can now recruit in this village, because every time it changes hands, I've got to kind of take it back. I just need to keep an eye on kind of defections, because now we're turning into such a large faction. People will defect. I think you might have defected. I don't think you were always part of Denmark. So it's just something I need to keep an eye on. But that's okay. Okay, most of the lords will come with us. That's good. Let's get on the ships. We'll embark. I have room for 3 of my men. Well, 3 of my men can then disappear again. That's fine. 1, 2, 3. So we can hold 211. I do think we need to increase the capacity of our boats, that's for sure. Let's come back here this way and go back onto the ships. We're going to embark. Everyone's going to come with us and we're going to head to the Orkney Islands. If we can cut out the Kingdom of Laithland, we might even get some of them defecting over to us, which shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Lots of Gwyneth Hound. Gwyneth can barely have any lords left. They've only got 3 vassals left, so I think actually we will push into Gwyneth next. As long as we can actually take out the Orkney Islands here. Here's some... Oh, we can have a big boat battle. This will be cool. Come here. This will be a big boat battle. Ooh. I thought more people would join us in this fight. This is actually a bit of a problem. How many boats do we have? Interesting. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. I thought the rest of the guys would join us in the fight, but as long as we can defeat these guys in the open seas, it means we don't need to fight them on the land. So as long as we win this fight, it'll be okay. But if we don't win this fight, we can have some issues. We'll have to see. But we're definitely going to charge in. I think they've only got 2 boats. So I'm actually going to... I think I'm going to focus on this one on the right here. Purely, I think, because that's the bigger boat. I think they're actually about the same, but we'll focus on one boat at a time. That boat over there is going to have some issues, but there's not enough troops there to really warrant going after. And then we'll turn in. So we'll help these guys out, and then we'll try to push over to the other side as well. Okay, we should get connected with them momentarily. Boat fights on this scale I've never really done before. So hopefully it goes to plan. That boat over there is just going to have to deal with it for the time being. Let's jump over. Do what we can to help this engagement here. Oh, it's a little bit framey. It's a little bit framey, I do admit. Let's throw something in there. We're going to blow our horn. Just as morale. They're definitely not winning over there, that's for sure. New enemies have arrived from where? We can't actually see. Oh no, we can. Okay, they're coming in from that boat over there. That boat over there is having some issues. We're going to have to just... I think we're just going to have to let them die. Let's get sailing if we can. Let's get out of here. Because now we're going to be separated on multiple different ships, which isn't ideal. No, we need to get out of here. We need to detach from these other boats. We need to turn around to try help this other boat here. But we're going to have some issues. Maybe... Actually, I think they've come in and attacked us. That's fine. No, now we're going in now we're going in a spin. I think we're actually reversed, but it's not entirely clear. Actually, that's fine because what we're going to do, we can go help with this big boat over here. These two big boats. Are we actually winning this or are we losing? I don't actually know. This might not actually be the best idea in the world. We might be out of position here. Let's do what we can. We take out as many of them as possible, as quickly as possible. Let's blow a horn. We're going to need the morale boost. I wasn't planning to fight on the open seas, I'll be perfectly honest. Put your horn away. We're going to need to fight. Oh, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Pull back. Friends. Countrymen. Help. Help. Hold the shield. Hold the shield. Ah, damn. Okay, we've retreated. 385 versus 274. Okay, we are actually making progress. But we did lose 29 renown for dying there. That's not good. 29 renown is not a good amount of renown to lose. That's unfortunate. I've got 4 boats. They've got 2. We were actually winning there, but that kind of particular boat, we got stuck out of position. But it does mean we don't need to fight them in the actual castle. So I still think it's a good thing in the long run. Even though we're definitely going to be taking more casualties than I might have liked. But that boat was definitely underwater there. But we do have some rather... Yeah, we're definitely underwater. We've definitely got some rather high seas at the moment. Let's turn in. I'd actually like to get on the other side of them if I can. Like this. Because then that should make detaching and helping the other boat a little bit easier when the time comes. Let's throw some throwing weapons in. I'd like to go off that berserk if I can. We'll blow the horn. I think that boat over there is going to struggle a little bit, but we can't actually see what they're doing. I'd actually quite like to command you. Ships. No. 8. I want you to go over there. I want you to go hold that position. Because this boat will be done with fairly soon. Okay, everyone just charge. Everyone just charge. New boats coming in. Who's still left on this one? A couple of people. Let's do some throwing weapons because we need to detach from this boat pretty quickly. Oh, trying to deal with the swell of these waves is interesting, but we're getting there. Let's detach as best we can. Are they doing okay over there? Probably not. Looks like they're actually managing. But they're going to get some reinforcements over there. I think you guys are going to go help over there. That's fine. Let's actually see if we can get out of here. Because I think that boat is kind of cutting us off slightly. Okay, we're making some good speed now. We'll go after this ship here. Which doesn't have many troops left on it, but still needs to be taken out. Hello, gentlemen. I require your deaths. I apologise. Charge! Charge, gentlemen, charge. I don't want to jump into the sea, however. That's too far of a jump for me to, I think, make. So we're going to let our soldiers do that, I think. Oh, we've got some more javelins. Let's do that. There we go. And that's the battle won. And we'll finish with a blow on the horn. Excellent. 10 renown, 7 morale. Another bit of shit combat to go. Let's actually use the sails. If we're gonna are we gonna get any speed from the sails? No, we're not, because the wind's going the wrong way. So we'll row. It's a bit quicker. And I think once we do this engagement, we should be okay. I imagine there'll still be quite a few of other kind of Laithland lords sitting inside the Orkneys, but my hope is that we can just siege them out if we need to, like we did with the last territory of the Kingdom of Alban. Just because I think they won't surrender, because it's their final castle, their final stronghold. They're not going to give it up. They'll attempt to just kind of hold out as long as possible, but we can probably siege them, especially as it's a fort, not a castle. They're not going to have as much luck or as much supplies. Luck doesn't come into it, I don't know what I'm saying, but they're not going to have as many supplies to work with in a fort as opposed to a castle. That's my kind of thinking. Let's get connected to this fight as soon as possible, because we're kind of out of the way. Actually, we can start turning a little bit, and now let's get involved. But because this boat is so far away, actually, if I stand by the tiller or the prow of the boat, I'm never going to get close enough. These guys are friends, that's fine, they can attach to us. I don't think we're actually going to be able to get involved in that fight, so what we'll do, we will fire from a distance with our javelins. And luckily, I think, as with sieges, they do actually kind of reload, well, not reload our javelins, but we do tend to get more javelins after a while. Are those guys on a boat, or are they just kind of hanging out on the... They're kind of just hanging out on a raft or something, because I don't actually see a boat they're on. Oh no, I do. Okay, it's fine. I didn't see their boat, I thought they were just kind of standing on a plank or something. But actually, trying to use throwing weapons when you're on the open seas is actually a bit more difficult than I intended, because you have to contend with the swell of the waves. That boat's coming in, I think, has one soldier on it who's on the tiller. And nothing else. Okay, I think we can probably make our way over now. We'll just be a little bit careful over the waves. Let's not jump that. I don't think we can make that. I think we can make it now, though. Yeah, there's one guy coming in on this ship. Well, hey, oh my goodness, people are flying everywhere. Supernatural. This boat is definitely going to be sunk if we keep falling into the water, although I don't think that's actually a thing. This is a very abled sailor or seaman or wherever, because he was managing to crew that entire boat by himself. It was very impressive. 3 now, 1 morale, and most people escaped. Oh my goodness, oh no, we were on a boat, that's fine. I thought our renown issues kind of caused all those problems, but no. That's pity, because we're on the boats. We can only have so many men. We'll take whoever we can who's good to sell. Spearman. Okay, we'll take the spearman, that's fine. And we'll take the freeholders as well. Share the looters is common. We do get some battle trophies, and we also get another epic trophy, so not bad at all. We have been spending a lot of money recently, but I think we are also doing well in terms of making that money back. So I'm happy. Let's grab all this, and we can sell it when we return to the Scottish mainland, if we return to the Scottish mainland. There's the king. I'd actually rather just get ashore, I think. Do we want to chase him down? Because he's probably a bit fast. He's faster than us. Gwyneth and Mead have made peace, that's fine. We're going to land at the nearest landing point. 5 lords with us, excellent. Are they all with us? I think they're all with us. Okay, let's run to Orkney and get that under siege ASAP. Let's Thorsten Olafsson. 429, that's not bad. Let's get them out of this fight before it even begins. Would you surrender? Oh, you would. I wouldn't even need to siege us out. This is your final bit of land, isn't it? Yeah, it only holds Orkney left. But they've only got like 3 or 4 bits of land left. That reminds me, now that our father-in-law, who does he belong? Who is he with now? Olaf Gudrudsson. He is a Northumbrian lord. He's hateful towards us because we took his land. Off you go, Assel. I'm going to take this land for myself, thank you. Who should I give this to? Who actually needs relation? We'll give it to this guy because he only has villages, but I'd like to get him back on side if we can. And he could just hold this bit of land, that's not a problem. I'm trying to not give people more than 1 fort if I can help it. I don't mind have some people having towns as well. Right, where have you gone? I suppose we could give Don Chad some land, but he actually kind of likes us at the moment. Was the man who only had 2 villages? Where's he gone? Not you, but someone else. 1 fort village. 2 villages, there we go. Some other people dislike us even more, but it means that he likes us, and he only holds 1 bit of land, which is okay. I'm also going to disband the party because I don't think we need them particularly here anymore. So we'll let them go home. But who do you think should receive Ad Griffinham? Ad Griffinham? Why do we have Ad Griffinham? Who's defected? Notes, locations, Ad Griffinham. Someone's defected, I just don't know who. And where and why. Notes. Locations. Ad Griffin belongs to Mapcadle. Interesting. I don't know if he always held that land, but now he does. Or maybe someone else has defected, that might be it. But there we go, we've taken out the Kingdom of Laithland. Let's go after the king here. I know he's around here somewhere. There he is. Come here. Can I actually get Elfgar to come with me? Just momentarily. I don't need to marshal the whole group, but I'd like to take out the king before he kind of takes some land back. Hang on. He already doesn't like us, but I just want to get the... I just want Elfgar with us to go after the king. I don't know if he will, but we'll give it a go. No, he's not. Okay, we're just going to have to... We'll just fight with just us. Although he might have a household guard. We might have a little bit of issues here. I can't remember if the king has a household guard or not. But he has 4 ships. We have... Okay, we have 3 ships. But we'll see if we can go after his kind of flagship. That's going to be important for us. I just don't know which one. I just don't know which one is his flagship. We'll switch over to rowing because I think that gets us a little bit more speed, which is useful. Speed is always useful. I don't know if he's sailing incredibly slowly or we just spawned very far away. That's a big ship there with a green sail. Let's push for these 2 here. And then we'll work from there. Let's turn in. And hopefully this other ship can come help us. Let's not be at the very front, mind. Because we're going to be fighting on 2 sides here. We may end up needing to pull back actually, should this go wrong. But we do have those guys over there, so let's focus on this side here. Oh no! Don't blow the horn. I didn't mean to blow the horn, and now I'm stuck in the horn animation. Go back to the sword, please. Thank you. Okay, let's do this. Wow, I'm terrible with throwing weapons. I'm just aware that he might have like an honor guard, and then that concerns me. I want to deal with this bannerman. There we go. Dealt with the bannerman. Go back over. Let's not fall into the sea. That would not be very good for our health, as everyone knows that Vikings can't swim. Deal with the berserkers here. And chop off some of these guys. That might be the king there, actually. I think that is the king. He's got the snazzy headband. The king just caused me to have some issues. That's annoying. We will have to go heal that locally. Actually, I know where the healer is in Edinburgh, so that's not too much of a problem, I don't think. We can go deal with that pretty soon. Let's go deal with these few over here. Oh, really? 2 injuries? Okay. I guess maybe once you have 1 injury, you're more susceptible to a second injury. That's okay. I'm sure we'll be able to take the king out. We can get ourselves healed. It's not too hard to do. But we don't want to lose 2 points, that's for sure. And I will take the king prisoner. We used to be friends with you, but not anymore. Share the loot is common. We get some war trophies. Presumably we get a couple more battle trophies, although probably not that many. But even some of this gear is pretty good in terms of its cost, which is good. Excellent. Let us... Okay, I don't need Elfgar with me anymore. He's more than welcome to go home. I have new tasks for you. You're free to do as you like. That's fine. I don't need you to follow me for the time being. Let's head back to Dunbreton, please. We'll organise from there, I think. Border incidents between ourselves and the Mias. That's going to be to do with the issues down in the south of the kingdoms in southern England, with those kind of random bits of land that we have. No major defections, and in fact we've got a new defection there for us. You do have to constantly kind of watch the map, because people do defect quite often. I'm trying to keep everyone on side, but I'm not always going to be able to keep hold of everyone. So we'll go to Dunbreton. In fact, did we get any new land from that defection? I don't think we did. But now we own the Orkney Islands and I want to say Shetland Islands, but I might be wrong there. But either way, we're making good progress up here in the North Scotland, and that'll be another minor faction that we've dealt with. And so then we can kind of focus on the major factions, which is useful. I think we will end up going to war. There's another person who's joined us. It's another town. Sorry, Gwyneth must have like... Okay, Gwyneth has 3 vassals and so many bits of land. They're going to be a weak target. That's going to be who we're going to go to next. But let's sort out any kind of fallout we have from the Laithland campaign, and then we can work from there. Poem for Lady. Asgard likes to see the poem the Bard have written for her. Excellent. Let us go to the Mead Hall. Is there a prison broker here? There is. Excellent. 4,000 pennies. Thank you, sir. There's a traveller, there's a containing skirmisher, and there's a happy widow. I will do that purely for the sake of improving the morale of my men. So we've got Ethelwulf Ethelredding. He's new. He doesn't really like me, but he's going to be a pretty strong lord. He has a lot of rivals, but we'll bring him aboard. And I think there was another lord somewhere. Might be a mistake. Okay, so we need to give Ethelwulf Ethelredding some land. I want to show love to my wife. Here's 2,000 pennies. Let's go. Can we have some more children? Because children means morale. That's useful. Adgrefenham does not, as well as Balscreen West, has no people. So Ethelwulf Ethelredding, you can have some land. And in terms of Adgrefenham, who needs some relation and can get away with having a village? Ethelred just we might just need to buy off. Who can we give this to that actually needs it? I'm actually going to give it to this guy. I want to make sure that the Elderman, especially the one who holds on to such a powerful area like Bebemba, I think is worthwhile to give them a bit more land. How goes the war? Kingdom of Laithland, they must be pretty close to dead. We will pretty much go straight on to the war with... We'll go straight on to a war with the Kingdom of Gwynedd, I think. And we'll see if we can start making some good progress down there. At least that's the plan. Plans don't always actually work out. But we may well take Taunton for ourselves, although it's quite isolated, at least for the time being. How close till we can go to the king? Till we can go after Northumbria again? 10 days. We might just want to wait that out and then deal with them first. But the Kingdom of Mead has declared war on us. Kingdom of Mead. That sounds like an Irish faction to me. I think it is an Irish faction. Which one is it? Is it going to be the dark blue? It is going to be the dark blue. I'm quite happy to let them just stay over there. I'm not going to focus on an Irish campaign for the time being, but we do need to get ourselves healed. I completely forgot about that. This is... I forget. This is kind of a weird town. Where we've come in from the sea. Although I think the medic might be right here, which is quite useful. Shipwright, old sea captain. I want to buy a ship. Just seeing what ships there are here. No major large ships, okay. Straight for the town. Oh, now we're inside the town. Hang on. I think the priest was outside. Let's go find him. And get ourselves healed, because we do have 2 major wounds, which we don't want to let them become permanent. That would be a problem. There he is, the physician. I want you to tend to my heavy wounds. He will cost a little bit more, but we've got plenty of money. It's not an issue. We'll redeem our battle trophies. I'll go to the goods. We're also going to buy ourselves a new horse, because our old horse is rather sadly lamed. We could definitely do with a new one. But we can also offset that with the majority of our loot here. The starter bear skin looks cool, but it's not going to be worth it in terms of kind of just base armour. Let's sell everything else. The horse merchant has a lot of money as well anyway, so that's good. Sell all of this. Sell the horse. And we will pick up a timid pony, I guess. We can get a heavy horse, but their armour is not that much better, and they cost 10 grand. Let's do it. It's only about 5,000 cost once we kind of offset it with our other loot, so it's not the end of the world. We'll buy all this fish, we'll buy the cheese, the bread, the vegetables, and we'll also to the meat hall. No, we've already done that, haven't we? We've already gone to the meat hall, that's fine. Do we want to go after the Kingdom of Gwynedd, or do we wait for Northumbria? I think we wait for Northumbria. Either the Kingdom of Gwynedd, I think, is actually collapsing quite quickly here. And it looks like actually Mias is going to... Oh yeah, Mias is definitely coming to be one of the major factions now. As actually is still Northumbria, because they've got Canterbury, they've got Norwich. They've got a bit of land, so I think what we'll do, we'll wait to push into Northumbria and work from there. I think that'll be the better option. I did see that we can do some more managing of towers, or managing of towns, including towers. That will give us some renown, but I don't think we particularly need that. We'll build a prisoner tower just to make our prisoners a bit more secure, and I saw that we need to do some town management in Edinburgh as well, so we'll head over there now. We could go off to Denmark, but that's okay for the time being. Oh, there's competition here, why not? Not that we particularly need the money, but that's fine. It's always fun to do a tournament every now and then. Everyone in charge. And we haven't done a tournament in a long time. And we did take a big loss in morale, in renown recently, so it's not the worst thing to do. One of you, I think, had a sword somewhere. Do you not have any shoes on? Asbjorn, why do you not have any shoes? I feel like having shoes in a... tournament's not a bad thing to have, to be honest. Looks like we may win. I mean, we do have Asbjorn with us, so I think because he's the named character... Oh no, Asbjorn. Sorry. I should give Asbjorn some shoes, because he's actually a companion of mine. I thought he was one of those unique fighters. We should probably give Asbjorn some shoes. Teams of 8 fighters. Let's go. And we have an axe, excellent. But we also have some javelins. And for some reason, none of these guys have shields. But it doesn't matter, because we're a terrible shot. But let's push in here. Hello there, sir. Oh, I was trying to do a cool ninja move and it failed. Never mind. Who's left? No one. Good. 3 teams and 2 fighters. Let's give it a go. Are we in the middle? Yes, we are. Okay, let's deal with red as quick as possible, so we don't get attacked from 2 different angles. Although we only do have a camp defender, although she's doing okay, but in terms of their strength, they're not that. They're not, you know, the best soldiers. So the more we can do to help, that'll be good. Ow. There we go. Camp defender dealt with. And we're now on round 4. Okay. 3 fighters. Again, I think I'm in the middle. Oh no, I'm not actually. I think I might be on the side. That's good. But let's try not to be fighting 2 soldiers at the same time. Deal with you and push forward. Hello there, sir. I require your death. No, I thought you might be dead by now. Ow. Ow. Never mind. We didn't particularly need the money. Anyway, I'll certainly take 17 Norse freeholders though, that's good. From Edinburgh? Actually, let's go into the Mead Hall. Villagers, Happy Widow, we all just raise the morale of my men, that's fine. I'm always keen to keep the morale of my men high, I think it's always very useful to do. Trader locals would also pick up some more food, some dried meat, vegetables, cheese, fruit, wheat, and we'll just take everything. Because we might be on out on a long campaign against both Northumbria and Gwynedd. I think it's not a bad thing to do. Just having a quick look at kind of the rest of the world. Looks like there's no real issues in kind of Frisia, Denmark or Norway. There's a lot of defections happening here in England, but also in Ireland as well. At some point we'll have to deal with Norway and Denmark and the Moomain in our homeland, but I don't think that's the major concern at the moment. I'm just going to go back and scout Tomton again. I think we probably can actually just take it straight away, to be honest. Let's recall the banners and we'll head out on a new campaign. I don't know how many lords we'll get, but that will kind of decide our game plan going forward. Let's move those spearmen down a bit because the veterans are actually stronger than they are. We'll upgrade this. We have a very elite group of soldiers, apart from maybe the peasant woman, but they do come with a pretty big cost. So we do have 3 separate lords here. We should probably bung them in a tower so we don't have any issues out on campaign that they kind of run away. Someone has defected from me who's joined the Kingdom of Maine. Caradoc. Characters. Caradoc. Where has he gone? You. Haha, you have no fiefs. Good. So we didn't lose any fiefs there. So actually we need to give out that land to someone else. You shouldn't have defected. I would have been more than happy to kind of wine and dine you a bit, but not if you're going to run away. Let's first of all put these 3 lords inside. We'll also grab any prisoners that are here, as we do actually have a prison broker nearby, so we may as well take advantage of that and sell what prisoners we can. There's the ransom broker. We're not going to get a huge amount of it, but it means we get a little bit of space in our tower, and we can kind of reserve it for the more important guests. Hello, how on earth do I say your name? Oh my goodness. Fenfil Abmulig. Where are you from normally? From the Kingdom of Yes. Sure, welcome aboard. I think from the Kingdom of Maine, actually, that makes sense. We're going to give you some land because you don't have any and you're going to annoy me. Or you're going to be annoyed by me, I should say. Let us go to Grunting Vessels Fiefs. Did he not have any land anyway? I guess he didn't. Okay, we probably need to give you some land then. I don't want to give you I'll give you Kelagwade. Hang on. Is that a random place I have, or is that an actual town? Notes. Characters. Oh yeah, this random thought that I have, which I didn't really mean to hold on to. You can have that land, just so you... Oh, who are you? You're also someone new. Enflith. That's fine, I can actually say your name. If I now come in again... Oh my goodness, there's so many new lords. I'm just going to keep going in and out. Oh, you actually like me. Sigtrygr Ivarsson. Okay, you actually like me, that's fine. We're just going to keep tapping in and out until we've dealt with all of them. There we go. Asgard, can we... I want to show love to my offspring. A romantic meal, what follows after, wink wink. I look forward to that, King Guthlaf. I will let the servants buy horse meat and wine. I love being a mother. I like how kind of the pinnacle of fine dining is horse meat. But I suppose that makes sense. I need to give Kelagwade to someone. I've just picked up a whole bunch of new lords. Sigtrygr Iverson we can leave for the time being. Because he actually kind of likes us enough. We're going to give it to this guy here. Horse meat. Delicious. Hi there, how you doing? I don't know if I'm going to butcher your name, I'm so sorry. Apina Samhikaram? If I butcher that, I apologise, I probably have. I mean, this is basically this entire stream, you get to watch me butcher these ancient names. Like, some of these names are ridiculous. Like, look, some of the Welsh and Irish names are just absolutely incredible to try to say. Don't bother, it isn't English. That's fine, it's still fun to try. But then look at some of these names. Let's see if we can find the most complicated name to say. Like this one here, goodness me. Mael Concobar Mac Taigdmor. I'm sure that's very, very wrong, but that's okay. And we are going to... Are we going to go to war with Wales? Yeah, because otherwise other people will go to war with Wales. We may as well get the benefits of going to war with Wales, I think. Okay. Oh, hello. You're a new person. Every time I go into my Lord's Hall, there's some new people who I just... Okay, we're going to need to go to a war pretty soon because we keep on finding new lords who keep on defecting to us. Oh, your name is Hubby Ragnarsson. This person's my hubby. And he actually kind of likes me. That's fine. Look what I mean. Every time I go into my land, there's a new lord to say hello to. We're gonna have to take some land quickly to be able to speak to all these people. I probably shouldn't actually get too many vassals. What the fuck? Exactly. I'll tell you why. It's because we have, with this black faction here, we've taken up a lot of land. I own pretty much all of Scotland with a few areas that I don't, as well as a lot of Northern England. And a lot of other major factions are collapsing. Gwynedd has collapsed. Wessex is pretty much down to one faction, or one fort down here. East Angle's all over the place. Mias is all over the place. It's crazy. Actually, Cornwall's pretty strong. I actually probably shouldn't accept any more lords because I've now had to go take a lot of territory to be able to give them land. Hang on. Are there more people joining us? Are you trying to create the British Empire, Mike? Of course. Of course I am. I need to stop creating more lands. I need to stop taking more vassals. Go away. I mean, don't go away because I actually need your troops. But I need to go actually grab some land for these guys. I've just accepted like 10 new vassals, and there's more coming in. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, this is the problem. Actually, trying to take all this lands quickly is going to be a real problem for us. Citro Iverson's joining us. Okay, we're going to just have to take some land quickly. Into Dunbreton. Let's declare war. I'm not taking more people for the time being. I want to show my kingdom stock. The crown is in there, which we could sell, but I don't think we really need to at the moment. Let's dispatch an emissary to Gwynedd. I think that's going to be our next port of call to attack. That I'm going to declare war. We can lose some reputation. Regular warrior. Regular warrior? What are you referring to? I think you're okay. You're already a lord. That's fine. Your character build, yeah, pretty much. Let me just show you the stats. Character attribute skills. Actually, I need to do some upgrading. So this isn't a bad thing. This is generally how I'm set up. A warrior, but a warrior that can actually do some surgery as well as engineering. In general, I'm going for a sword and shield, and then I'm throwing weapons. Because normally in Warband I tend to do archery, but I thought I could try to do something a bit different for a change. I'm actually going to put another one to tactics. Having a little bit of advantage would be quite useful, I think. Right, we're now at war with Gwynedd. Now we actually need to go take some land. Down to Tompton we go. Hopefully we get some more lords joining us. We've got Elfgard joining us, excellent. Hopefully we get more as time goes on. That's Northumbrian lord, that's not a problem. Weapons maintenance. Does the weapons degrade faster than vanilla? Yes, they do in this mod. Hang on, let me see if I can show you. Because this is different. Oh, I've completely forgotten how to check. I've really forgotten how to check. I'm so sorry. There is a mod options button somewhere. Quarters, no notes. Game concepts. Anyway, there is weapon degradation in this mod, yes. I just can't remember where it is. Right. Although I don't think oh my goodness, more people are joining us. I actually don't think I've got the weapon maintenance turned on because it's a bit annoying as a game concept. So in principle, I don't think I've actually done. I don't think I've got it turned on. Okay. We have so many vassals that we need to try and get land for. So we're going to go push into Wales because we need land quickly. Otherwise, we're going to have a bit of a rebellion on our hands. I don't think we need that. Kingdom of Laithland is no more. Excellent. That's another minor faction dealt with. Oh. Damn. Kingdom of Denmark has declared war. Why have they done that? I should have declared war on Wales. Denmark has declared to curb my power, I see. Well, there is this helpful town here, which we're going to go take now. We'll be able to deal with it, it's not a problem. I just wish I had decided to not declare war on Wales at the same time. But that's fine, we can go take the 2 bits of land that Denmark own here in Scotland. And that should be okay. As long as we actually have some more lords following us, which we do, that's fine. Some people are not happy because I don't have land for them. I shouldn't have accepted so many. I shouldn't have accepted so many lords. Oh well. Okay, the first one is going to be here, Caradog? More people are just defecting to us all the time. We actually don't have enough land for all these people at the moment, so... how many people in here? 327. I'm sure we can do that pretty simply, especially as soon as Elfgar and Ethelmod show up. There are kind of big hitters at the moment within the kingdom. Actually, this is quite good. This has given us the opportunity to deal with Denmark on our mainland area. There's no blockade. We should be able to just take this in purely because we have overwhelming forces. There we go. We don't even need to siege it. Wonderful. It will come at a cost of morale. I'm going to defer appointment because we actually need to give lands quite carefully because we need to manage who we give this land to. In fact, we'll go do that very quickly, and then we'll go to Rigmonade. The fee situation is going to take at least 30 minutes of property management, absolutely. I've been quite generous in my fief giving before, but I used to be a rather small faction, so we'll have to see. I'm not accepting you, Roggenwald. I'm sure you're lovely, but I just cannot take any more lords on at the moment. I just do not have the space. Brunhild, I need to give you some land. Thank God I'm not you. Absolutely. But this is going to be one of the major problems going forward. It's not going to be trying to win the fights. That's going to be pretty manageable. But ensuring there are no rebellions and property management, that's going to be the issue. 2 bits of land. Who needs land? Sigtrygr I'm going to leave for now. He likes us, and we'll give him a major town. That's not a problem. Enfrith will give this fort to. We'll give that land to. Oh, I don't want to be the lord. No, hang on. Caradog will give to Bjornoth. Oh no, we need to give it to some other people. I think you guys might be a lost cause. We'll give it a go. We'll give Bjorn Jarnsider some land. Presumably Bjorn Ironside, actually. Son of Ragnar Lothbrok, the famous Viking, who, while rather cool, never probably actually existed. It's probably an amalgamation of many other Vikings. How many tiny vassals do I have in here now? Quite a few. Potential recruits. Let's get some more Britain freedmen. And we're going to go take here because that's going to give us 3 more bits of land, and also it gets Denmark off our main area for the time being. So that's going to be quite useful. However, how many troops do you actually have inside? 406. That's not awful. That we can deal with that. We might even be able to just get them to bugger off because we have the troop advantage. Yes, we can get them to leave. Goodbye. Denmark aren't going to be thrilled with us, and it's going to not help our morale because the men want to be fighting, but it's a much quicker way of sieging. Again, I'm going to take counsel of my subjects because I'm not giving all 3 properties to one person because property management now is going to be the name of the game. But there we go. We've kind of actually kicked Denmark off for the time being. But of course, Denmark still have their own land over here. I could go on a massive Danish campaign and just take out the entirety of Denmark. Do I do that? And just do it in one fell... I would have to... The thing is, I would have to do it in one fell swoop, because I couldn't go back and forth all the time. I would have to take it in one kind of... One push. But then if I could take Denmark out, I wouldn't have to deal with any of the other ones for the time being. I could even try to take out Dorstad, Denmark and Norway all as one. Probably Norway last because they're the strongest. I might even be able to make peace with Gwynedd. Let me see if I can make peace with Gwynedd. Let's do that next. Let's go to Dunbreton. See if we can make peace with Gwynedd, and we're going to do a massive Danish campaign. I think that's the plan. Because how many bits of land does Denmark actually hold, and how many vassals do they have? A decent amount, but not completely... Not something we can't deal with, I don't think. Let's get some more recruits. We're going to go to the Mead Hall. Traveller, Aquitanian Skirmisher, no. We're going to pick up as much food as we can for this campaign. You know, we're going to pretty much fill our inventory because we are going to be out on campaign for a very long time, away from our kind of local amenities that we've become fairly used to. We'll just have to deal with those lords in a bit. In terms of fief giving, right. Oh my goodness, fief management's going to be insane to deal with. Let's give you some land. Let's give you some land to someone. We'll give Sigtrygr the main. Okay, we'll give Ekwald a village. And I'm going to give this major town. Mac Ada would have received the support of 2 others. Mac Ada. I think Ada already has land. That's the problem. So many vassals. And he also has a lot of positive relation. We can't give that to him. Some vassals are going to defect. We're not going to be able to keep hold of all of them, that's for sure. Like this guy here, we're not going to be able to keep hold of. We can give it to Hubby Ragnarsson, but no, let's give it to Sigtrygr. He will receive that major town, that's fine. The more kind of friends we have, the better. Hello there. You don't like me because we don't have any land to give you. Let's wait for all our lords to come here. As many lords as possible anyway. Cuthred, are you going to come with me? Probably not, because you... Oh wow, you really don't like me. You have land. Here, have some money. I can just buy your allegiance. It's probably the best way of doing it. Okay. Now you like me, Cuthred. I mean, this is probably what we're going to have to do with our money, is just buy allegiances. Cuthred, I still don't think you're going to follow me. What are you and your men doing? Okay, I think he might actually come join me now that he likes us a bit more. He's going a long way though. Actually, let's just see if we can get him to follow us that way instead. What are you and your men doing now? Okay, actually, he's now accompanying me anyway. Good. Are we going to be able to do this Danish campaign? I just don't know. One way to find out. Oh, we also want to make peace with Gwyneth, don't we? Brunhild. I want to dispatch an emissary to Gwyneth. Enter into truce. I doubt he'll say yes, but we'll send Solveig to try to do that. And let's wait for as many lords as we can to join us. That's probably all we're going to get. Where is Ethelmod? Is he with us? Yes, he is. Okay. Let us set sail for Denmark. It's not who I wanted to go after, but it's who we're going after now. We don't have room for 9 of our men, that's fine, we can drop them off. 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Only 211 troops, but we should be okay. Now we all sail from port. Hello there. Who are you? Who are you? No, let's go back into Dunbreton. Because you're also sailing in, I think. No, you're running from us now. Okay, back to Dunbreton. Sail from port. Let's go take out Denmark. Will we get some friends? We will get some friends. Oh, you actually kind of like us. Would you join me? You think that Horik Gottfredson, that's a hard name, is a vile pretender, a friend to the flatterer, and a hypocrite. I have something to tell you. I ask for your support for the throne. I will end this discord. Militarily, he doesn't like us. Politically, he doesn't like us. And unifying, he doesn't like us. So we will speak of this at a later time. For now, though, you're going to die, unfortunately. We have 1,400 men. That may not be enough, but we're going to have to give it a go. We may not have any other options, to be honest, because we need land for our many, many vassals, and we have many more vassals coming in as well. So we're going to really, I think, we're not going to struggle, but I think we will have a few rebellions and defections, because I've just accepted too many lords into our empire. I was like, ooh, there's a lord, and another lord, and another lord, and I just kept on doing that until I realised, how am I actually going to keep these guys inside? We can use money and just buy our kind of allegiances that way, as we did with Cuthbert. I think we will do that going forwards, because we actually have a bit of money. Not anymore, we don't have any money, but we are making money at a pretty handsome rate at the moment, so we'll just do that. I think that's probably the better option. Let's swing in and deal with these guys. We'll blow the horn, get some morale benefits. We missed the boat. Let's turn in. Okay, let's get going. This is going to be a bitter... I think this is going to be a long and hard and bitter campaign against Denmark. These guys are tough cookies. These guys are not going to go down easily, that's for sure. Not necessarily just this fight, but just in general. Denmark's going to be a tough campaign, because we'll be fighting fairly far away from home as well. And I'm going to have to put some fairly... I don't know if I'm going to put... Should I put loyal lords there in Denmark, or should I just put anyone I can? Because if people defect in Denmark, I don't have to keep on going back and forth to Denmark to try and get that land back. That's my only thought. Well, I'll have to have a think about that. Let's get some more morale if we can. Reinforcements have arrived. That suggests we're not actually doing very well, but we do have enough troops that we should be more than okay to deal with this. But these guys have lots of ship captains, kind of huskars. So that's why this is why I think it's going to be a tough campaign against Denmark. Guys, help. Help, 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 help. I'm your king. Protect the king. That's what they always do, you know, when in like medieval shows and films, where you want to show that your character is a coward, or like your king is a coward. You're like, no, don't fight the battles. Protect me. I'm your king. I'm your lord. No one else matters. That's how you always do it. Is you kind of, that's how you show your lord to be weak, is by making everyone protect them. Okay, let's get going. I don't even know which way this boat is pointed. Let's... No, come back. No! Okay, I'm on this massive boat with 2 other people. That's fine. I think they're going to come into us anyway. That's not a problem. Let's see if we can do some throwing weapon damage over here. Oh, trying to use throwing weapons on the high seas is a real issue. I think if we can wrap up these kind of campaigns on the Outer Isles, it wasn't my game plan to do it that way, but I think it's the way we're going to have to do it in order to be able to kind of hopefully deal with them, and I can deal with the mainland afterwards. I can't make that jump, can I? Okay, it's just me on this boat. That could prove actually rather troublesome. Ow! Yep, it did prove troublesome, would you believe? There's so many different boats in so many different places. The one thing I will say about these boat fights is they're very entertaining, but sometimes getting all the boats, like over here, to get all the boats detached from themselves can prove a little bit troublesome at times. They kind of bounce into each other and nothing gets done for a little while, but that's okay. I think we will win against Denmark, and actually taking out one of the major competitors will be quite useful. I had planned to push further into the British Isles, but it looks like we're doing the Danish and the Frisia campaign earlier than I intended to. That's alright. How's this fight going? This is what I mean, all the boats are kind of stuck into each other. But there we go, these guys I think are now actually Can they? Are they able to fight each other now? They're sort of getting there. It's not working very well, admittedly. But that's okay. They'll manage it soon, I think. Eventually one of them will find a way to connect to that boat, because it's only them left. But if I retreat now, it will count it as a loss, and I'll lose renown and morale, and I don't want to do that. Those guys are kind of catching up. But these these empty ghost boats are kind of causing an issue. Chances of winning in this battle, or chances of winning overall in the Danish campaign? In this battle? Oh, easily. As long as the boats actually behave themselves. Which is easier said than done. I think we're getting there, though. There's only this boat here left from the enemy, but now they're finally attached. They can probably do some fighting. The Danish campaign as a whole is going to be a long and bitter one, though, and it's going to cost us time, money, troops. But if we can deal with Denmark and get them out of this whole campaign, that would be good. There we go, battle 1. He managed to escape. That's unfortunate, but we'll just deal with it. We'll take that spearman. And we're not going to have any ability to kind of rehire or sell until we actually take some land in Denmark. But we're not going to be able to get. We might be able to give. We might just give it to people so they come over, even if it's not kind of exactly the right thing to do. Thought about playing the Danish campaign on the defensive. I have, but then I thought, well, they attacked me, so let's just deal with them. Thing is, they're quite a powerful faction, and I'd rather not leave them to grow. I don't necessarily need to do the Danish campaign, but they don't have that much territory. I could deal with them, and then just hopefully leave that as a bit of an autonomous area that I don't need to deal with. Because England is chaos at the moment. I'm hoping I'll be able to leave it alone for the time being. Because who am I? I'm at war with Denmark, Gwynedd, Outclut, and Mead. That's okay. Mead and Outclut are not strong factions. They've got 1 fort apiece. Gwynedd could have some issues. Look how many bits of land did I occupy, how many vassals I've got. Oh my goodness. We could end up going to war with Northumbria again, which in that case I might need to abandon the Denmark campaign. Gwynedd are strong in terms of their land, but they're at war with multiple people, and they only have 3 vassals. I think we'll be okay there. Yeah, you woke up today and chose war and violence. Absolutely. Let's get going as best we can. Ethelmod is coming with us, I think. That's good. Denmark's going to be a long way to get to. That's fine. Someone's defected to the Moonmane. That's annoying. Who was that? That was Ethelred. Oh, Ethelred was one of our first vassals. That's annoying. Where's he gone? Ethelred. But he doesn't actually have any lands. Ah, yes. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with the Moonmane at some point, because they've now just Quilnam has just defected over. That's sad. Ethelred was one of our first vassals, and because we started over here, and he's decided to defect. If we think that the Danish campaign is going to have too many defections to deal with, we will return back. My hope is that we can just do it all in one fell swoop, and then just leave it alone for the time being. More people are defecting. Someone's defected to Gwynedd. People are not happy that I don't have land for them, understandably. Okay, that's not too many issues there. I don't mind people defecting as long as they don't have major bits of land. Because we just have to deal with defections. We're such a large empire. And we'll just have to go and clear it up again at a later stage. We're making good money a week, though. The King of Laithland has escaped from captivity. That's rather annoying. Let's just try deal with this. Let's see if we can deal with Denmark. And then we'll be okay, hopefully. If Denmark goes well, I might even try wrap up Frisia and Norway at the same time. We'll have to see. But let's start with Denmark. Start with Denmark and work from there. We probably shouldn't rush ahead of our vassals. Let's wait for them to catch up. Hello, who are you? You're a trader. And you're being attacked by some Swedish Vikings, but you're our trader. So we probably want to help them out. Although, actually no, someone else is already doing that fight. I don't want to get involved in such a small fight on boats, because that can sometimes prove a bit troublesome, as you saw in the previous engagement. There we go. You can carry on to Tunsberg. Because they've only got... Hang on, let's go to the Danish. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits of land that we're actually going to need to take over. The rest will be... bits of kind of villages which aren't anywhere near. We don't actually need to take over. We just need to have the... We just need to take over the larger bits of land. We are going to have some issues with defections, I think. But that's okay. We'll just have to manage. Solvig. Well, Hansen. Hello. Miss, I'm in Warlord. At least I found you. At last I found you. You found me in the middle of the ocean. It's quite impressive. I returned from my mission to the Kingdom of Gwynedd. In general, I would say that he is willing to make peace with me. Excellent. Gwynedd has made peace with us. That's something we don't need to deal with. Good, good, good. Are you going for high or low honour? Because village raiding could be a thing. Good question. I think generally I'm going to try go for... Generally I'm going to try go for a... I think I'm generally trying to go for, like, not necessarily a high honour campaign, but I'm trying to not go too low. I haven't really done any village raiding for the time being. I did raid a monastery, and then the Kingdom of East Engel has hated me ever since. So I'm probably not going to do that for the time being. Come on, lads. We're going to start up here, and we'll push south, I think. South? Let me get orientated properly. Yeah, we'll start up here, and then we'll start at Vebjorg here, and then we'll push south. How many people in here? We could probably wrap this up quite quickly because we have enough. We probably have enough troops to just be able to get them to leave of their own accord, as it were. Into Vebjorg we go. Besiege the castle. People are not going to like us, but it's understandable. Will you leave? Yes, you will. Excellent. Property management. Everyone's favourite part of this campaign. Right. Who do we need to give this to? We're just going to give both the fort and the village to the same person, because otherwise we're not going to be able to... We'll have to go back to Dunbreton. That's a real pain to do. Who do we need to give it to before they defect? Probably you. I don't know who you are, but you're probably one of the newer vassals. You're going to like us enough now that you shouldn't defect, I would hope. And this is an opulent area. On to the next place we go. So now we go to Skifa. If we just wrap up this Danish campaign as quickly as possible, that will be the best possible outcome, I think. And then we're pretty much going to leave Denmark to be its own autonomous region, I think. Elfgar, what are you doing? Come back here. I don't need you to be chasing Masterless Men. I need you to be following me in campaign. And I'll give you some land. Probably not. But I have a new task, so you need to follow me. 373, probably again not too bad. Surrender again. They'll leave. Excellent. I'll take whatever bit of men I can. Okay. Good, good, good. Who do we need to give this to? This is going to... we'll give it to Bjornoth. That's going to sort him out. We're just going to... I think we're just going to go on a massive campaign against Denmark, Frisia and Norway. We might need to leave Reeb till last, but we'll see. You're all following these masterless men. Why? It's not really worth it, but sure. Come on, lads. On we go. I don't know how much men Reeb have, but I'm going to warrant probably quite a few. Let us upgrade everyone we can to. We probably need to do an actual fight because our morale is tanking a little bit from all these fights that we're doing with no actual fighting. But we'll have to see. I'm sure we'll actually get some fighting going on soon. Let's go help out Ekwald here. That will also help us with our morale, and it will give us some positive relation with him as well. So that'll be good. We're just going to charge in. They're just ruffians. That's not a problem. They're kind of the basic looters. Blow the horn. And charge. Nope, don't blow the horn again. We don't need it. Let's just charge in. Oh, it's so nice having a fast horse. But they, even like the most basic looter can really do really bad damage to your horse. And that's such an annoyance. Because horses are very costly to try grab. I think pretty much Denmark is going to be where I just chuck all the lords who don't really like me very much, so I can just give them land and hopefully leave them to it. It's kind of a not an autonomous region, but semi-autonomous. I will have to keep an eye on them. I'm sure there'll be some defections in there at some point, but if I can just leave them to it for the meanwhile, that'd be useful. I'll need to give Reeb to someone who actually likes me well enough, because I'd rather not have to take Reeb back at a later date. I think there is a lord who's got like 30 relation with us who doesn't yet have a bit of land, so we can give them the territory. I think that'll be okay. Let's just deal with these ruffians. This lord will like us a bit more, hopefully, and we'll save his bacon. And also give us some morale benefits as well. We won't bother taking the loot because it's not going to be worth anything. And we have so much food that we don't really have space for any major bits of loot at the moment. Okay, let's turn back round and deal with the rest of them. There's only there's only 3 people left. That's not a major issue. We still have a pretty elite unit of soldiers for the time being. There we go, excellent. And there we go, battle 1, 3 morale. You like us a little bit more, but you still don't really like me very much, Ekwald. I don't know if we've given you land or not yet, but we will leave the loot for our men. It's going to help us out a little bit with morale, hopefully. Ekwald was right here somewhere. I'm going to just have a quick talk to him. He does actually have some land. Here's some money. Hopefully it makes you like us a bit more. Into Reeb we go now. I don't think he's actually gonna. No, he's not gonna fight with us. That's fine. How many men inside Reeb itself? Oh, well, that's a lot. Oh, that's going to be a damn issue to try to take on Reeb. 800, 650, 334, 222, 363, 366. Ooh, that's disgusting on so many levels. 1400, 1700, 1900, 22, about 2,600 men. We don't even have the men to take that on at the moment. So we're going to go take on other bits of land, which are nowhere near as hard to deal with. We might even try siege that place out. That might be the only way we can do that. Where are the rest of our lords? Here they are. There's also a lot of thieves and ruffians in this part of the world. Huithril, will you leave? Yes, you will. Excellent. What we're going to do, we're going to have to take out everywhere apart from Reeb, and then we're going to have to go in for a long siege there, where we draw them out. Huithril can go to someone. You hate us on so many levels. You can have Huithril. I imagine you will defect at some point, but so be it. And we'll head to Huithril and do that as well. Huithril, I don't know how many lords are here. Actually, Asbjorn might be able to tell us. Perhaps you don't know about Huithril. If that interests you, tell me more. It's not the oldest site in Denmark, but it is the most important. Actually, it was founded a few generations ago by merchants. They fled here when their city was destroyed by King Gottric. I'm sure that King Gottric's name sounds familiar to you. He was a famous man because fearing an invasion of the Franks in the south, he built an enormous structure to defend Denmark. We call it the Danavirkri. It's an important linear defensive earthwork constructed along the neck of the Denmark Peninsula. Can we see it? No, but it must be around here somewhere. Let us go in here. There's only 373 troops. That should be dealable with. Surrender. Wonderful. Give me all your men. And who can we give this to? Some people still don't have land. I don't think you don't have land. Hubby Ragnarsson. You, oh my goodness, you really don't have land, but you already hate us. So we're going to let you defect. We'll give it to Hubby Ragnarsson, that's fine. Now, what do we have left? We just have Reeb left in this Danish campaign. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. And then we'll go to Frisia afterwards. If we can just deal with them, that'd be useful. There's a lot of bandits and stuff here. No, Ekwald, save you before you die. I think these are just more ruffians. That's going to be okay. Ekwald's just running around and getting himself killed. It's idiotic of him. Cavalry, just follow me for the time being. I don't want you to charge in right by yourselves. We'll let them charge in when the time is right. We do still have quite a few Frank horsemen, although a lot of them did die, possibly during the ship combat, where we had a lot of ship combat issues there. Okay, charge in now, that's fine, everyone can charge. Oh, where are you going? You don't get to run away. Right, neither do you actually. But you do if I miss my sword swing. Okay, excellent. Let's go after you. Don't you dare kill my horse, thank you. Deal with you, deal with you. Chop off as many heads of these ruffians as possible. Again, we'll just let the... We will let we'll kind of let our troops take the loot, because the loot from the ruffians is never really worth it. So in that regard, it's probably best just to let them have it, I think. Vamonos, deal with you. And it just helps with our morale as well, which is going to be a problem given how much sieging we're doing at the moment, and we have no real way of getting that morale back unless we're doing some fighting. But luckily there are quite a few bandit parties around, so we can probably use that to our advantage as well. Deal with you. Is that everyone? Yes it is, good. Okay. Actually, the more we can do to help this guy out, the better. We'll capture those prisoners. We may well need to discard them at a later date. I was going to give the loot to someone else. Never mind. Nothing there is actually really worth taking. That's fine. There's some Master's men there. There's also some raiding Franks here. You actually have some troops that we could get. That may not be the worst thing in the world to do. But I think we're going to leave it off there. Purely because we've pushed back Denmark pretty quickly. But taking on Reeb is going to be the biggest siege we've ever done in this campaign. We'll be fighting outnumbered in this siege. So we may struggle. But my hope is that we can siege them out. If I go to locations, it might even tell us how much land it generally has, or how much supplies it generally has inside. Should have food stocks for 12 days, but that is about 4 months old. We'll have to see. We might even see if we can draw some men out by going to Reeb by South and setting a fire there. But we'll have to see. But I think that's going to be a big fight and a long fight, so we'll take on Reeb next time. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and see you very soon indeed. Take care. Bye-bye.